All right. Now am I live? I'm trying something new here, guys. Oh, I can actually see. I can see more than I did last time. Oh, and it tells me that the 12 days of Christmas. So must be working. Hello, I think it's working. So I don't know. This is weird. Really? I'm here? It worked. It worked. It's Whiskey Wednesday. Am I frozen? Oh. Oh, Gert says frozen. Oh yeah, look at my Wi-Fi signal. I barely have any. Let's hook up to my phone. Let's see what happens there. Now you're animated. Excellent. That's on YouTube, so you won't see them. No, not Wilson's not out of a job. Well, you won't see YouTube comments. Okay. Let me check and see what's happening. Am I good now? I hooked up to my phone. Oh. So Deb Tom is on Facebook. So Deb, can you tell me if I'm frozen or if I'm good? Oh, I look really fuzzy. So I don't know that my Wi-Fi is going to work for this. I have a project to do, I promise. If Facebook would just not delete your videos, it'd be okay. I wouldn't have to figure this out. You're good now, though a little blurry. Maybe my camera is dirty. I never use this camera, so. Gert on YouTube says a little bit better. I don't know how Sonic gets them to show up. Oh, show. Better. Gert says on YouTube, she says better. So Debsam, you go in and out of focus. Okay. Well, I'm going to switch to this other camera anyway. So hopefully that. Let's just try that camera. See what happens. Nope. Other way around. Now, am I frozen? Yeah. Press shift forward. Happy DIY. Yes, let's do this. But now I can't. Okay, remove that one. Add it. I know. Now we're going to add it to the stage. Woo! Yeah, it'll come. Okay. Is this blurry? Gert says much better. I've frozen? Oh. Oh, I don't know where that even came from. Gert says better. Gert says no, that's not better. Not blurry. No. Oh my. You know what? Facebook messed with all of us creators, and they're going to delete our videos after 30 days. So we have to figure out what to do. And so all I had to, already was subscribed to StreamYard. So I just had to, let's get more on my project and not so much on me. I just had to figure out how to use it. I've just been afraid to use it. Excellent. Let's, come on, somebody tell me DIY. This is stressful. I was going to have water tonight. Good thing Wilson didn't listen and he filled it up. I'm clear now. Yes. Yes, we did it. DIY, says Gert. Facebook is my project blurry?
No.
Okay. Don't look at me. Thanks, Deb.
Lori Henderson, DIY. You've got this.
I've got this. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint this canister. It has a lid. It is from the dollar, or not the dollar store. My thrift store. It was $1.68 for 2 of them. Hey, Sheila. And let's show that once and see what that looks like to you. Oh yeah, there we go. So it shows the comment. And then I gotta hide it, I think. Yep, that would be me. I was playing, Wilson. Okay, we're gonna use Farm Fresh and salt wash because I want a little texture in this canister. So I'm gonna add some Farm Fresh to this plate and then salt wash. I didn't know. Hello, Tony. Tony says, I'm so happy I get to see you live. She's a YouTuber also. Yes. I'm trying to figure this out, how to go live on YouTube. So that's okay. So what I did is I added a little salt wash to this mixture. And I don't want it to be real salt washy. And salt washy, is that a term? I don't want it to be real textured, just a little bit of texture. So I don't want it too cake battery. All right. So yeah, I must have added too much salt wash. We're gonna add some more paint because I don't want it. I have 2 canisters to paint anyway, so. Oh yeah, Farm Fresh is a good color. We're going to paint these canisters Farm Fresh. I've seen an inspiration on YouTube, not YouTube, about Pinterest. And I'm like, I can do that with the new spring transfers. So we're going to try it. And then I went and dug out these canisters that I've had for forever. And I thought, let's try it with these canisters. Okay, let's see what we got. Tony says, yes. Tony says, you're doing amazing. Jennifer says, hi, hello, hey, love that you are on YouTube. Yes, I'm figuring it out, guys. I am. Where do you buy salt wash? You can buy salt wash from me. I sell it at thepaintedphotographer.com. And I just noticed that I only had the big cans left, and I ordered it on Monday, I believe it was. And you can get a 4-ounce can of salt wash. So there's a 10 ounce, 42 ounce, I think. And I better put this cardboard under there. And now a 4-ounce. So those will be coming in. So you can now watch my website within the next week or so, and I will have the salt wash in the 4-ounce and the 10-ounce. Right now I only have the large one. But of course, once you start using it, you might as well get the large one. So what we're going to do is, well, first I'm going to paint it on here. And that, like I said, I just want a little bit of texture. And so I'm putting the texture on here like this with a really crusty, rusty brush. And I don't want a whole lot of texture. Oh, hey, Kay. Wilson finally got a comment he can respond to and to have a cocktail with. Yes. He can have his DIY right now. I got my hands stuck in a canister. Maybe I don't want those type of stipples, so I'm just going to brush it back and forth a little bit here. Excellent. Hello, Elaine. I do like Farm Fresh. I don't want to go up too far with where the lid has to go on with this Farm Fresh because it does have the salt wash in it. So it's going to make it difficult to put the lid on. So I'm going to stay away from there with the salt wash mixture. Hey, Lori. Excellent. Hello. Welcome, welcome. We're trying something new. I am on StreamYard. I guess I probably should watch the camera. Normally I can see the camera, the view, but I got to look over at my computer. It's all new, guys, all new. Okay. There's texture on there, not a whole lot of texture. I will paint that bottom, but I'll do it off camera. I do have two. We are going to do two right away. Let me grab another piece of cardboard here. And we're going to do the second one. Oh, first I need to catch up to my DIYs. DIY. Where's my camera? DIY, guys. Oh, this is stressful. This is like doing my very first live. For those that are on Facebook that are new, let's
Judy, DIY time.
Let's post some of these. Yeah. Yep, there's Judy, DIY, Connie and Wilson. And Gert says, you're doing great. Thank you, Gert. Yeah, so if you're new from YouTube, because I haven't ever been on YouTube live before, it is Wednesdays at 6:30 Central Time, and I go live every Wednesday, and I do some type of project. Sometimes I paint and actual paintings and show you how I'm painting them. Tonight, because I was trying to do this StreamYard thing, I needed my project to be not quite so complicated. So we're just doing these canisters, and we're going to try and see how this StreamYard malarkey works.
Judy said it's fun on DIY.
Excellent. It must be working.
Sherry says you make it fun. Do not be stressed.
Oh, good. Thank you, Sherry.
April Peterson, looking forward to your fun inspiration DIY.
Oh, yeah, this one's good, April, even though it's an easier project for me tonight, so I don't have to think too much. It's going to be a fun, inspirational project. I promise. The lids are going to be white. And they're not going to have salt wash on them. So here is a lid. And what white do I have? You know, guys, I switch off on whites all the time. Did I finish my sentence about Wednesdays? I did not. So I go live every Wednesday at 6:30 Central, and it's called Whiskey Wednesday. And this happened many, many years ago. I went live on a Wednesday, and it just happened to be that every time I said DIY, we made up this drinking game where you had to take a sip of whatever you were drinking. So it doesn't matter if you're drinking water or coffee, whatever you're drinking. When I say DIY, you take a sip. Boy, that's hard to get in there. We're going to get in there as well as we can. I can't bend my paintbrush like that. There, I got it off. What?
Or when somebody else says.
Or when someone else says DIY, yes, then we take a drink. So, there are many people that ask me what kind of paint I'm using. So Sherry said, you make it fun, do not be stressed. April says, looking forward to your fun inspiration. Seen that one. Donna says, hello from Wyoming and YouTube. Hello, hello. And Bobby Sparks is on. Wilson was mixing himself a drink, Bobby, and missed it.
No, I ain't got.
Oh, maybe it's coming.
Oh, I missed it. Sorry. Hi, Bobby. Sorry, I missed it. Hello, DIY.
All right, so we're painting these lids in white. So it's going to be Farm Fresh on the top or on the bottom. And then this is White Swan. I just opened a new one. So I ran out of my white that I was using. And you know, I like to switch my whites up. I do like beadboard, but I like vintage linen. I just finished Tarnished Pearl. So I looked on my shelf because my DIY paint, there we go again, was just about gone. So I got my shipment in today. And so I can restock my inventory on my Facebook page.
Lori Henderson says DIY.
Yay, Lori! I'll drink to that.
Joe Fields says DIY.
Joe Field says DIY. Excellent. All right, so since we didn't want salt wash on the lips of my cans, I'm going to just take a regular paintbrush. A regular paint. No regular paintbrush. And paint the lips up here. So that it doesn't cause that lid to get stuck on the texture of the salt wash. If you missed it, I ordered salt wash this week, and it comes in a 4-ounce canister. 4-ounce canister of salt wash. I did not know that. So I ordered myself some 4-ounce so that you guys you don't have to buy the big 10-ounce, or I think this one is a 42-ounce of salt wash. You can just buy a 4-ounce, which that is huge. That is huge. Okay. I'm going to grab my heat gun over here. It's not going to be able to reach any longer. We're going to go right over the top. So we're just going to heat gun these. I suppose I could let you watch it a little bit. We're going to heat gun these over here and try and speed up that process a little bit. We'll DIY in the meantime. Last week, and the can of salt wash will last a very long time. Yes, it will. It certainly will, but it is so good. I love salt wash.
Bobby, I love this fancy New York DIY. Sent 100 stars.
Woohoo, Bobby! Look at you. She sent 100 stars. That's a DIY, Bobby. And Wilson has to go to work. Yeah, I had to do something, Bobby. Facebook was going to delete the videos, is going to delete the videos. So they'll no longer be live on Facebook anymore, able to go back and watch. So I had to figure something out. So I was already paying for StreamYard, so I might as well figure out StreamYard. I just never took the time to figure it out. I just didn't. I didn't have the time. I didn't think I needed it. But now we can go live on YouTube at the same time. And then YouTube will always have the videos, which I don't understand why Facebook is doing this. I don't get it. They're chasing all of the people to YouTube. So there's got to be motive. We just don't know what it is yet. Yep. There's got to be some reason they're doing this. Okay. This has got not too lumpy bumpy of a texture on it, but more of a texture than just the flat finish. Facebook hates all of us. April, you know what? If I would have punched a clock, it probably would have been better. But I was one of those people that didn't have to punch a clock. So they got, instead of 40 hours a week, they got like 50 to 60 hours a week out of me. Yeah, they are. They definitely are, Judy. Yeah, so April, I do love this. I absolutely love not going to my day job and doing this full time. And it is, you guys are just making it amazing for me. I can't say enough. I was watching a podcast the other day, and the podcaster said, they weren't talking about this subject, but they were talking about a different subject. And the interviewee podcaster said, it feels better than it looks. So me not having to go to work every day and doing this every single day, it feels better than it looks.
Tana says, hello. Yes, you work great.
Yes, so do you, Tana.
April says, but now it's on your time.
Yes, it is on my time. April gave me a DIY. Sweet. Yes. Tina works way too much too. Not anymore though. Sparks of Joy Studio. I'm excited to be catching a live. Hi, everyone, and hi, Connie. Hey, Natalie from Sparks of Joy. Okay, we're going to do the second coat in just regular Farm Fresh. There is no salt wash added to it because we already have the texture that we want. We don't want any more texture, so we can cover everything up with the second coat of paint. Well, hopefully you're liking your job, Bobby, because to be 112 and having to go somewhere you don't like.
You said earlier, I was trying to comment on a live. Every time I tried, it sent it to a different live.
Oh my. Yeah, Facebook is doing some weird stuff right now. They got us all in a tizzy. You know what? I think that's what they wanted. They wanted to put all of us creatives in a tizzy. And it worked.
A lot of people are watching over and over and over.
Yeah. Melody from YouTube says, hello. Sparks of Joy Studio. So Melody says hello to Natalie. And then Wilson read the one from Bobby, being about 112 by the time she retires. Jennifer says, I've been watching your thrifting videos from the last few years on YouTube. Love them. Thank you, Jennifer. I've been doing them now that I'm retired. I don't like that word, but now that I'm retired, I have more time to do them. So they're more consistent now, and I am loving it. I am absolutely loving it. So thank you for watching. Sheila says, earlier I was trying to comment on a live. Oh, Wilson read that one. Yeah, he got that one already. You don't get the ones on YouTube. Yeah, there you go. All right, we're going to drive this one. We're going to drive this one, and then we're going to do a second coat on here. And then we're using the, whoops, cord's right in my face. We're going to use the IOD spring release transfer and stamp. Yep, both of them on these cans. Exciting, huh? I have an inspiration from something I've seen on Pinterest. And so I want to try it out on these cans. Jennifer from YouTube says, yes, please keep doing them. I will, Jennifer. And then Gert says, such a pretty color. I do love Farm Fresh. It is a gorgeous color. It does go on a little bit light, so you got to do usually got to do 2 coats. Judy says, I'm watching on YouTube now. Seems like you are picking up a bunch of newbies. Yes, Judy. Judy's on YouTube also. DIY.
No, I can't talk to it.
I'm going to have you man the computer here, Wilson.
No.
Yes.
I see the inside of the tune.
I know. I got to have a different setup. I'm working on it, guys. This is the first. I told Sonnet. Sonnet was the one who told me 6 months ago, probably longer than that. Sorry, guys. It's been longer than that I've signed up for StreamYard because she told me to try StreamYard. And I got it, couldn't figure it out. And I just didn't go and figure it out anymore. And then tonight I'm like, we're just going to do this. So I started, I didn't even practice. I'm just like, okay, we're going to do this. The first one, Wilson and I, we were the only ones on it because I didn't go live. I was pre-recording. That was horrible.
Excited to watch you do this. The other one Yeah. Both are so pretty.
Thank you, Kelly. Yes. We're gonna make these pretty. I promise. They are the inspiration I got. Let me put this over here so I don't spill it. The inspiration I got from Pinterest. I'm really excited to try it. So let's see what else we got here. So Natalie says, you're doing amazing. I don't know how you multitask the way that you do. I don't either. And then on Facebook, you are probably followed on YouTube already. I don't know why all the creators don't walk away from Facebook. That's a DIY right there, Sheila. That is a DIY right there. Ooh, Elaine, just wait till you get this one. Yeah, just wait till you get this one. All right, we're gonna do a second coat on these lids in White Swan. And Melody says, I never got into Facebook much. YouTube seems too easier to navigate for me. You know what? I was starting to put my Wednesday lives on YouTube before this happened because they're so much easier to find old videos. When someone asked me to find an old video on Facebook, it takes me forever. I can't hardly find it. And on YouTube, they're so easy to find. Now they're all going to be there. I just posted my 8th week of my ATC card this morning on there. I'm having so much fun with them. I already got a lot of comments telling me how to use the gel plate. Guess what? It's not that easy. Yes, DIY. Melody Carter says, yep. And Jennifer said, that's why I love YouTube. Excellent. All right. You know, if Facebook is saying that the space is filling up and that's why they have to do this, they're filling up too much space with all the videos, why isn't YouTube going to fill up or hasn't already filled up? I don't understand it. There's something different going on. I don't know what it is. Yes. So much agreed. So much agreed. My brush is leaking. Here's another one on YouTube, but I found you through Sonnet and got her maker's box with your beautiful rice paper paintings. Aw, thank you, Melody. Thank you. Natalie says, very good point. Thanks, Natalie. And Jan says, hello, Connie and Wilson. I'm so glad you are on YouTube. She's glad you were on YouTube, Wilson. You don't see that one. I'm telling you. All right, we're going to dry this because we have a project to finish, okay? There it is. And Lori from YouTube says, watching on YouTube on TV, commenting on YouTube on the phone. You are a multitasker, girl. You go. You go, girl. All right, we need to dry this and make sure that it's very dry because we're going to put a transfer on it. And I'm not going to seal it before I put the transfer on it. I don't think. Maybe I should. We better seal it. So we're going to stamp it first. Well, I can't stamp it first. Oh, my, the decisions. You know what? If I'd have practiced this project before going live, it might have helped. So Lori says, DIY. And Judy says, give a thumbs up, everyone. DIY. Excellent, Judy. You go, girl. Wilson is sad over there. Someone needs to tell Wilson to have a DIY.
I would see it.
On Facebook, you would. Someone on
They're
Facebook.
on YouTube.
Well, I'll tell you when they tell you to.
Wilson's out of a job.
Angela, 3 thumbs up. Excellent. Jan says, I always love what you create. And Sheila's on YouTube or on Facebook. Can't keep them straight. Sheila says, I did love the way your ATC looked, but I love watching you paint on the bigger things. I can't do littles. It's hard. It's hard, Sheila. Excellent, Kelly. I'll take that DIY.
How do you know it's for you?
Well, Wilson, you're right. It's for you. DIY, Wilson. Have my lips healed? They're getting there. They're much better. Like, they don't hurt constantly all day long anymore, just kind of at night.
Oh, Lori Henderson came back to Facebook. Wilson, DIY. Thank you. Elaine Wilson, DIY. Thank you.
Oh, you guys are too funny. And Judy on YouTube says, DIY Wilson.
Thank you, Judy.
Jennifer gave a thumbs up. So sweet. Lori Wilson, DIY. Oh, you got those. Oh, yeah. You're right.
This is confusing.
It is.
Now I've got Judy.
That's because I posted it. I posted it for you there, Wilson. You know what? We better dry this one too. We're going to dry just a little bit more. What are you reading, Case?
Yeah.
I'll show Case. Case says, DIY Wilson, though I thought it was just an understood that you were always included. He is. April Peterson, she switched to YouTube. Big screen is much better. DIY. Great. I'm glad, April. Marla says, I love the way you distress everything and make it look so authentic. And I'm getting my paint scraper out this week to try your technique. Excellent. You will like it. I've used my paint scraper, I don't know how many times this week. I just am using the heck out of it. And the last one that I had sold, so I don't have any more left. Gertz gave a thumbs up. Sheila said, Wilson, oh, you got that one. Wilson, DIY. Natalie says, I got to get my kids to bed. Everyone on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like button. Have a good night. Thanks, Natalie. Have a good night. And Bobby Sparks, she's on both. She's doing Facebook and the YouTube together. She's doing both. She's double dipping. Marla says, I bought mine a long time ago, but I've never really used it. Me either, Marla. And I was determined to get it out and figure out how to use it. And man, do I like it. I absolutely love it. Okay. So here we are with this first larger can. My lids are touching. And we have, my light is really, really bright. Let me see if I can turn that down. Bobby says it's going to be hard keeping up with these DIYs. She's doing both. She got to keep up twice. she might not work until 112. So we're going to use the Katharina inlay. And my granddaughter Ellen was over here tonight. And she helped me figure out what to use. She's seen my inspiration and then she helped me figure out what to use. So we're going to use, I didn't grab my scissors. We're going to use this bird because I absolutely adore him. And he's like got apple blossoms on his branch that he's on. See that? He's got apple blossoms. And in here, I told Ellie that there was apple blossoms. And so we picked something out. Oops, I must have missed it. Yes. She's a pretty girl too.
Now I'm getting what you're saying.
Well, that's because when I go over it.
Ooh. Must have missed it. Did you just say?
I don't know. All these new transfers are so beautiful. Thank you, Jennifer. They are just gorgeous. And now I see that Ellen, what a pretty name. And it's Ellyn. She's a YN. Okay, here's the apple blossoms. We're gonna cut them out of there. And I also like, I didn't think I needed this transfer because I had the rose one, the Rose Botanical. And I'm like, I don't need this. I have the Rose Botanical, but oh my gosh. After I got my second shipment in this week, I opened one up so I could see it. It's beautiful. It's stunning. I can't say enough about it. It is just stunning. Okay, so there's that. And these two little ones here. And this, we can go on the other side of this because it's a little busy. And then there's some like pink cottage roses right here. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is, there's a seam on this can. I got to make sure that I put the seam down. And let's find the center of the camera here. And then we got to figure out placement. So the flower is going to go on here, and then the birds are going to go on like kind of over the flowers. And we're going to go with that because I think, oh, I could put one of these down here. So there'd be more. We might go on top of that one. So we're going to go with this one first. Hopefully we're dry enough. We'll put that on there. And with the transfer stick, we're going to rub that transfer off. And this is risky, guys. I'm just telling you. It's very risky that you have your paint dry enough to do this when you just did it. So if you want to make sure that you're successful with the transfer, let it dry thoroughly. Oh, yes. I didn't know that I wanted that one either, and I didn't even open it until after I got my second shipment in. Like, I let you guys buy all of my first shipments. Oh, sorry. Well,
now all of a sudden you're working.
It's because I stopped, honey.
No, I'm confused tonight. Sorry.
Which of the older transfers do you think would go well with these new transfers? The Rose Botanical, but depends on what you want to do. Yeah, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to do a project like this, any of the floral ones. And then there's also, gosh, I can't think of them all right now. There's also the Whispering Willow. That one's got, depending on what type of animals that you're looking for, you know, the birds. This is the first time they've really came out with a lot of birds on their transfers. The other small pack, I can't remember, Wild Bloom. That one has a lot of birds in it, but they're smaller. Lost Garden, the new one, that is a really, really good one. And I think it has a repeating pattern. I haven't figured that out yet. But it has a repeating pattern, so you can put it on a dresser. So yeah, these are all really good transfers. They got the same look as the Rose Botanical, but there's so many more flowers besides the roses. Like in the Rose Botanical, there's only roses. This one's got pansies and apple blossoms, daisies. It's got all kinds of flowers. So it makes it very, very versatile for whatever project you want to do versus just the roses. Granted, I absolutely love the Rose Botanical. I've used that. I've used 3 of those packs already. I might like them too much. Okay, so here we have this finished finally. You're going to pull the transfer off and then burnish it with the sheet to make sure that it's on there and laying flat. You got to make sure that you get in all of those crevices that you have right there. And make sure I stop the rolling. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Favorite transfer, Wilson read that as Lost Garden. If you mix them on a large piece of furniture. Rose Botanical, if you're putting it on a large piece of furniture and you want these smaller ones to go with it, definitely. Rose Botanical has a lot of large rose beautifulness. Did you see Carol's DIY, guys? Wilson? Oh, it did?
DIY, guys.
DIY, Carol. And then Gert says, very dainty. Thank you, Gert. All right, so now remember my thought was to put this bird over top of the floral. So we're gonna give that a shot and put him over top of this floral, but I got to keep his head down away from that where the lid goes on. So you can, oh, I don't like my stick going over the flowers. So we're going to manipulate this. We're going to cut that branch off. I don't like that branch on there. And now we're going to lay it back down. Oh, it's much better. And don't be afraid to cover up some of your transfer. Like, that's what makes it interesting. Because now, look, it's got the flowers over here, and then the flowers are peeking out over here on the other side of this bird. Looks so good. And I lost my transfer stick. Somebody told me to put a piece of tape on it, and I have one over there with a piece of tape on it. You think I'd grab that one? No. So I won't do the little one tonight. I just painted it. I shouldn't have even tried to dry it because we'll run out of time, but we're going to stamp this too. So we're going to use the stamps also. And we're going to use, oh, I don't remember the name of it. I didn't even open the package until tonight. I have not tried it. So we're going to try it tonight. Is that what that noise is? It's raining.
It's raining.
That should melt our snow even more and make a mess.
Raining really hard.
Yeah. This is kind of hard to put this on a textured surface. So if you are the first time using a transfer, just take your time. You'll get it, but take your time. Make sure that it's really cured. I don't know how Lynn from L&J Goods picks her up and runs it with it picked up. I never do it that way, but we'll try it. Might be the way to go. Normally, they always used to call it catching wave. So I normally let it catch the wave. And see these little blossoms over here peeking out. I just think that's so sweet. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Those birds are amazing. Oh, it all like melted? It's gone? Or you never had any? Okay, do I want to add some more floral over here? I don't think so, because I have a plan. So we're going to not use those two. Those can go on the other pan. I have a plan to use this stamp that is called, it's upside down, Shade and Song. It's got apple blossoms and birdies. I won't use the birds, but I'm going to use these apple blossoms because I have apple blossoms on this can already, and I'm going to ink those. I think this one right here is going to work perfect. I'm going to ink them and have them hanging from the top. Very, very subtle up there on the top. And maybe this one is going to hang down. Maybe that one. So let's give this a try.
No, it hasn't stayed more than 4 days.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. I forgot my thin mount. I haven't stamped for so long. Forgot what I needed. So here's my thin mount. I'm going to put my stamp on my thin mount. And I think you can see. Get to there. And then I have the white mixing ink. This is white mixing ink from IOD. And we're going to put that on to this branch. Now, I want it to be very subtle. So I think I might do this. I'm going to put it on there first. And then I'm going to go on here. You don't want, oh yeah. So it's very, very subtle, but you can definitely see it.
Are you doing a new setup? I don't like
You don't like it?
You're working on it, it's blurry.
Oh, really?
See, that's my phone. You're clear, but what you're working on.
Oh, really?
But on your computer. I was wondering if you raised your camera.
Oh. Maybe that camera's dirty.
Yes, it's not very funny.
Oh, well, then we're going to go closer. Okay, so I wiped it off with a baby wipe. And now I'm going to go on with some of these smaller ones. Oh, I did sand these stamps. And sanded them before I actually used them. So they were brand new, but I did do the prep work ahead of time. So now we're going to go in with this one. I want it trailing down. Oh, I shouldn't have offloaded that one first because that is beautiful. Well, that's okay. That's going to be in the background. That you got some stuff that's in the background. So we're just going to go with it. And you know what? We might do it again. Let's do it again. We just won't go in the same spot. So it's going to look. I thought I wanted it pretty subtle, but it's white, so it kind of already is subtle. And then if you get it on your transfer, you can just take a baby wipe and it'll come right off. Oh, that could be. And that, you know what? My internet is not that great. I found that out this week. It's like,
I don't know what you did. It seemed a little clear.
Good.
Not much, but it seemed a little better.
Okay, we're gonna go with this one right here by these birds, letting it hang down. And this is very, very subtle. You can barely see it. And I am totally fine with that. Like you can tell there's something there, but it's not in your face. And I'm gonna wipe this one off.
I don't know what you did, but it's really clear.
Okay, good. Maybe it's just me going back and forth on the camera, making it focus in different spots. Let's DIY just because I don't know what I'm doing. DIY. Okay. One more thing I was going to do is crackle it. I have my very favoriteest crackle stamp. And I should cut it in 4 pieces. That's really what I should do, is cut it in 4 pieces, because I never use the full thing anyway. I'm going to ink it. And then I'm just going to barely touch in some areas. Getting a bit of crackle on there. Listen, the rain sounds thick. Oh. All right, where there's no bird design, you can go a little thicker on there. Okay, so now there's a little bit of texture, a little bit of crackle. So I like adding all these layers, if you can't tell. And now it's ready to be sealed. Do you want me to seal it? I don't even know what time we're at. A little over an hour. Okay. We're going to seal it with some Big Top, and you're going to actually see this Farm Fresh like be amazing. Oh, and look at that white stamp, how it stands out just using the Big Top. So I'm probably going to use the dark wax as well. I won't do that tonight, but during the live. But I'll use the dark wax and age this can up. I noticed, and I'm going to tell you in case you notice it too. Look at that spot right there. I don't know if you can see it, if it's still blurry, but that's light blue. And it's all in between the flowers. And it's all light blue. And I was like, why is that happening? Well, when this Big Top dries, that all goes away. The Big Top must not, the transfer, I can't talk. The transfer must not be cut out in those small little areas. So the Big Top doesn't get in between them. But after it dries, it all evens out. So you don't even know. So don't freak out about that. Yeah.
Elaine says, "Oh Lord."
Thank you, Elaine. Just wait. It's going to get better. Yeah, I suppose I'm moving. Can we back up a little bit? Okay, then we have these lids. What I'm going to do to these lids is take my IOD ink and distress them. Because if I take off some of that paint, it's going to go to the red. I don't want red. So this is another way that you can distress or make it look like distress. And it's actually just the ink. So I hit some of it right here, but I like that. And we're going to go like this. I'm going to put some on my spatula. And then put it on some of these other areas that I can't reach. And then you can also make some lines like this with your paint spatula to give it a bit of a distressed look without going back down to that red. Because you take the paint off, the white paint off, you're going to get red. This is where the cottage colors would come in really handy, because then you would have covered up that red and you wouldn't have had to worry about it coming through, because it's not a water-based paint. Excellent. I don't know how wet it is. Oh, wouldn't you know it, I did the small lid. DIY. Let's do the large lid. Oh my. You wanted to see this process twice anyway, right? So I just go around with the ink pad, hitting the high spots, as many as I can. And then we're going to hit this edge. Guys, this is going to be gorgeous. It's going to be worth it. It's totally going to be worth all my troubles. I have paint on my finger. Must be wet under that lid. Okay, going in on this right here. And a few, whoops, that's not good. Don't get white paint on your ink pad. Okay. Now I'm going to dry it so we can seal that. And then I'm going to show you the end product. The fun brush is drying nicely. I got a cord in my face, but DIY. And this is going to look really good. We just want that ink to be dried so we don't smear it when we put the big top on. You know what? Let's turn that camera off. removed. Oh, my camera had the sound. Yep, you're right, guys. Oh, man. Thanks for letting me know. What you missed was the DIY. You missed the DIY. I turned off my camera, which turned off my microphone.
Everything's got to have a little bloopers now and then.
This is like the first time I ever went live. Stressful.
No sound now. Did your camera help?
Yep, they figured it out. Yep, they figured it out.
I think you turned yourself back on.
I did. Okay. This big top, it's got to dry a little bit more. I know it's going to get stuck, but I have to. We're going to turn off this camera. And I'm going to show you. Look at this. Look at this canister. Is that not beautiful? Look at that subtle apple blossoms falling down. And then the birds there with the apple blossoms in the back and the crackle.
You're not going to figure out here. Sorry, I'm just telling you. You're clear on your computer, but on the phone, you're not.
That's because it must be the Wi-Fi.
Sherry says, living and learning.
I'm living and learning, Sherry. But look at that. Gert says, beautiful. And April says, love it. Look at that. So we went from just a plain old canister to that. I did have the lid done for this one, though. We can put the lid on. Look at that. Once I get this one with the transfer on it, oh, they're going to look so good. This is going to be grunged up, though. I better take my lid off. I can't get it off. Oh, my big top is still wet. So I'm going to grunge this up. I'm going to put the clear wax and the dark wax on it and grunge it up. And it's going to be even better because that grunge is going to get in all this texture right here. And it's going to look beautiful. So Elaine says, so creative. Thank you, Elaine. Judy says, love DIY. DIY, Judy. This was a 2-drink night. Jan says it's gorgeous. Sheila says love it. Carol says amazing. And Sherry says beautiful, dear cousin. I need this for my spring Connie corner. I will PM you. I got you, girl. I got you. It is gorgeous. It is absolutely stunning. I couldn't be more pleased with it. So, all right, everybody. I think we've all had enough for tonight. Enough blurry, enough of just newness. Thanks for watching. I really, really do appreciate each and every one of you. I will hopefully figure this out before next Wednesday night again. And I do have, I was ready, excuse me. I was ready to post my membership for the painting classes. I was ready to post that when I got back from vacation, and then Facebook threw this wrench in it. So this is why I was really trying to find a outlet for going live and not live on Facebook, because I can't do my membership on Facebook anymore. So I need to figure this all out. So I will be starting a membership group for painting, and I have lots of ideas for you and lots of things. Everything is ready. It's just, how do I do it? How do I get you the videos that you can have for a lifetime? And Facebook isn't allowing that right now. So poo Facebook. Gert says, great. Good night. Good night, Gert. Glad you joined us. And Elaine says, I love the use of mixed mediums. Yes. The stamps and the transfers were really, really good. Judy says, good job on your first StreamYard DIY. DIY, Judy. And Lenora says, hope things work out for you. Thank you, Lenora. You're the best. Okay. Until next time, happy painting.